Hey yo, I found something else pretty funny in my feed. I did look at a couple videos. I'm actually going to start this one backwards. I'm going to show you the second video first, just because it is so silly. All right, hang on with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at.
So when I made my video about DBDR, a few people in my comments were telling me to basically take his place in a way, basically become the next DBDR.
Okay, so apparently this DBDR person was an incel streamer. Just listen to what this guy says next.
And the comment got a lot of likes, so I thought I'd talk about it because, it's kind of an interesting idea. Now, here's the thing, alright? I'm not qualified to replace DBDR for two reasons. Well, three reasons.
I don't know about y'all, but sounds to me like he's going to give us the reasons why he actually thinks he is qualified to replace this other guy. Let's see.
One, other men tend to think I'm more attractive than I am, so I keep getting called a fake cell. Two, I'm only 17. I'm not quite as big of a loser as he was because of my age. And three, my sub count. My sub count is just a bit too low. I would need at least like 20K subs to really adequately take his place.
Oh, and that sure does sound like the beginning of a sales pitch now, doesn't it? I do want to take a moment to address the 17-year-old part. Um, Technically, he is a minor. Did make me think about this for a minute, but as I was looking at videos, I noticed that he's been saying he is a few months away from 18 for at least 6 months now. So, I don't really know what to believe about that at this part, but since we're not really gonna be doing anything bad, and this is so hilarious, I decided we'd go for it.
So I don't think I'm quite qualified yet. However, you know, if I have to, I will. If you guys will give me all those subscribers, I mean, I'd do it. So yeah.
If I have to, I will, is what it says. If you guys just give me all those subscribers, you guys should run right out and get me 20,000 subscribers. I mean, I'm sure in some way he thinks that people can just find the 20,000 subscribers that this other guy had and move them over to him. But oh my goodness, it was just hilarious. Hilarious to hear him say this. But now let's get into his video that he did earlier. From what I can understand, like I said, it was another incel streamer who was fairly well liked. People liked his attitude, people liked his stories, liked his personality. Um, and he did have a much bigger fan base apparently, and something happened, he's gone, and now this kid is just gonna step into his shoes. Let's take a look at the kid that thinks he's gonna replace the more popular guy.
Okay, so I woke up late today, so I didn't find this out until a bit late, but I found out that DBDR's channels, both his main channel and his side channel, Saint DBDR, were actually taken down. And I remember the first person who made me aware of this was the YouTube channel Black and Blackpilled. I saw his video. His video already had well over 2,000 views within 9 hours, and when I saw that view count, that's like, I'm a much bigger channel than him and much older, and I've never pulled that off. So that's like pretty serious business. That's like big news.
Okay, so we're already off to a good start. Big news. Not what he's reporting on that this other guy got his channel gone. But big news that the first guy he heard to report on it got big views. That's the big news.
So I clicked his channel, not his channel, his video, and he was started talking about how he noticed DBDR's videos and channels are gone. At first, I thought he was terminated by YouTube community guidelines because, I mean, it makes somewhat sense, right? Like, I was scared. I was scared that it was YouTube community guidelines that took his channel down because, what if they did it just because, oh, he's a virgin at a later than usual age, and oh, he's blackpilled, therefore he's a bad person, so we're going to delete his channel?
Yes, because YouTube goes in and checks everybody's virgin status and their age. And if you are a virgin at a too late age, your channels go on because that's how YouTube works. Yeah, oh my goodness, that was so funny. Um, Also, I would like to just let you know, maybe start counting how many you know, that you hear. You hear a lot. This is the guy that wants to take the place of a much more popular streamer.
Because if that was the news, then pretty much all of us would be in danger, you know? Like after DBDR, they'd probably start, hitting the other big channels too. Like, who else is there? Rehab Room. Wheat Waffles videos probably would have disappeared as well, but he quit anyway, and we don't like him because we're accusing him of being a grifter. But, I mean, who else is there?
See what I mean? Now you can't unhear it, can you? And I just love the list of other content creators, and then the one because we don't like him, we say he's a grifter.
Dark Cell, like a lot of people's videos, a lot of other channels probably would have followed suit, so I was scared for a minute. But it seems that DBDR has actually taken his own videos down because he probably got doxxed.
Now, that part I am sorry to hear about. I don't know the circumstances. I think doxing is way too prevalent myself. But I can't help but laugh that to him, that's a much better solution because he was so worried that YouTube was following Virgin's channels.
And, that basically just scared him off the internet, which is sad because, the internet was the only place for him to go where he could talk about his issues and not be bullied. Because in his entire life, all he experienced in real life was bullying. You know, the internet was the only place he could go and not be bullied. I mean, even on YouTube, he was bullied a little bit. He got some troll comments. Some other YouTube channels just responded to him insulting him, but for the most part, he got support. I mean, he had 40,000 subscribers.
So you're saying he did get bullied then, huh? Yeah, bullying unfortunately happens everywhere. S- So you can't say he was bullied, but he wasn't bullied. That's just a weird way to. And not for nothing, little bro, but I read some of the comments on your videos, and it seems like you like to ban people who say anything you don't like. So how are you gonna get those 20,000 subscribers again if you just keep banning people who say the least little thing that you don't like? There is a balance.
Like everybody in the black, like half the people in the black pill space or the incel space or the virgin at a later than usual age space, or any space like that, like they all either were inspired to start their channels by DBDR or somebody else who was inspired to start their channel by DBDR. Like that's the thing, like he's done so much, and the reason why is because he's one of the only people that I can actually relate to, because before I found DBDR, as far as I knew, I was the only late age virgin there was. I was 17 and I was still a kissless virgin. And as far as I knew, I was one of the only people on the planet who was like that. I was one of the only incels on the planet. And as far as I knew, pretty much everybody in society hated that.
Okay, there's a little bit more, but I'm just gonna have to stop it here because we're getting into really kind of ick territory. It just blows my mind that he can sit here and keep saying his age at the same time he's saying bizarre phrases like later than usual age virgin and oh my god, I'm so sorry, but kissless virgin is not a term you want to say if you ever want to not be a kissless virgin. Oh my god, how do you say that with a straight face? I just don't get it. Anyway, I did see some other stuff going on, which was another part of my decision in going ahead with this, even though his stated age that he kind of waffles on. Turns out he doesn't seem to have a problem smearing other people. So now he's supposedly upset that this guy is off the internet, although that's iffy to me as well. Sounds more like he's just trying to get in and steal the guy's fan base. Um, but he made some disturbing allegations against somebody else uh that I'm not going to get into here. I don't know that I feel right about it, although it really did kind of irk me. Uh, parent Apparently there was a girl that was talking to him who he said in a video told him that he was too young and she wouldn't even think of anything unless he was 18 of age. And apparently he got upset and freaked out and started calling her that, that P word, called her a groomer. Um, she was all of 21, okay? So 17 and 21, yeah, that's questionable, but she didn't do anything. He showed screenshots in his video where she said no. And then apparently upset him so much that he then turned around, said all this stuff about her. Then he said he was going to dox her, said that they knew where she worked, said that they knew she had nudes out there and they were going to release her nudes. But she was the P word. Are you kidding me? That is so gross and disgusting. But then you add on top of that, now here he is doing a video on somebody he says he admired who had to leave the internet because he was doxxed. But just a couple months ago, he had no problem whatsoever threatening this girl to dox her because she said no. Are you kidding me? If you want to take over somebody else's job as a content creator, I suggest you grow up, my man. Grow up.